Mic check. One, two. I wanted to holler at y'all. Let me check something. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Evelyn in the building. C. Wilson in the building. Observing self in the building. Yeah. Okay. You have been knighted. I'm not going any further right now. Right? Ain't going any further. You have big dice in the building. I know dice don't carry either way, but you have been knighted. All right. Now look, I've been working on the intro, so I wanted to share it with y'all before I go to work. You know what I'm saying? So we've messed around with Ableton Live. You know, so I'm gonna drop the wallpaper. Boom. Now I'm gonna cut my mic off because it's gonna echo. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna echo if I turn the sound on for the music and the mic. But it won't sound too bad. It just sounds like I'm in a big old arena. So here we go. Yo, they be out there way disrespect back. You know what I'm saying? They gotta respect. People game. People game put in that work. You know what I'm saying? About to be monetized, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what's going on, right? We got the numbers up. We got the people. We got a crowd. You know what I'm saying? Every time people game go loud, you know what I'm saying? It's like a crowd, like, you know what I'm saying? They gather around. People paying attention. And people game, you know what I'm saying? You're out there talking that shit. Look, man, you better recognize this motherfucker was he was a sleeper cell, you know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't even understand. Y'all was out there sleeping. Work, about to monetize all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what's going on, right? We got the numbers up, we got the people, we got a crowd. You know what I'm saying? Every time people game go loud, you know what I'm saying? It's like a crowd, like, you know what I'm saying? Gather, people paying attention. And people game, you know what I'm saying? You're out there talking that shit. Look, man, you better recognize. I make your mouth beats, no beats like Cardi B. When I release, lose teeth like Trigger Free. Make a please. Love billion dungarees, and that's just the half of the warpath. Laugh, I make your mouth beats, no beats like Cardi B. When I release, lose teeth like Trigger Free. Make it please, love billion dungarees, and that's just the half of the warpath. Laugh now, rhyme later, I rhyme greater. Baby, the average player hater, and spectator. Yo, they be out there way disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? They gotta respect. People game put in that work. You know what I'm saying? About to be monetized, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what's going on, right? We got the numbers up, we got the people, we got a crowd. You know what I'm saying? Every time people game go loud, you know what I'm saying? It's like a crowd, like, you know what I'm saying? Gather around, people. already know. Shout out to His Lordship. And real talk, much respect. They better recognize. Yeah, that was Peeper Game intro. I'm working on this the Biggie Smalls thingy, and it was a challenge, you know, and it's coming together. I just gotta do the visuals and do the final arrangement. I wasn't recording. Shout out to Auntie Miracle B also in the building, and yeah, the cool thing with Ableton Live is you have many choices on how to start your song. So you make your songs in sections and you have scenes. So if I want to start out with the verse, if I want to start out with, there is no beginning, no end. There's no first, second, or third. You have these different parts and you can just start out where you want to start. You know, if I wanted to start out with just the, you know, whatever, you know, and everything is separated too. So like, here's the Biggie Small verse. You gotta hear the vocals because I changed a couple of words.
I make your mouthpiece obese like Cardi B. When I release, you lose teeth like Truman Free. Nigga, please, blood fill your dungarees. And that's just the half of my warpath. Laugh now, cry later. I rhyme greater than any average player, hater, and spectator.
Biggie says Della Reese, but I said Cardi B, you know, and instead of saying Lil C's, I say Truman Free. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we ain't doing much. I wanted to show that I'm working on this intro and amongst other ones, and I just wanted to get on right quick and show you the process. You know, the Biggie sample. Here's the Biggie sample. And then here's the drum loop. So this is my own drum loop that I made myself, my own custom drum loop. You know, it's not a sample. And I layered that on top of the Biggie Small sample. You know what I'm saying? And then I think we got some synth sounds right here. Oh no, that's a crash. Right. What's this right here? Oh yeah, okay. Then we got the cool Mo D loop right here too. Do you know what time it is? I mean, it don't sound like Mo D, but if I pitch the correct pitch, you'll recognize it. See what I'm saying? Then when you put it all together, it's like this.
I make your mouthpiece obese like Cardi B. When I release, you lose teeth like Truman Free. Nigga, please, blood fill your dungarees. And that's just the half of my warpath. Laugh now, cry later. I rhyme greater than any average player, hater, and spectator.
way disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? They gotta respect. People game put in that work. You know what I'm saying? About to monetize all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why they call it. That's why they call it Ableton Live, so you can do it live. You can perform this live. If I was doing the music, I mean, I know people are used to a DJ on stage, but it's 2021, and the producer could be on stage with the artist, or the artist himself could be on stage with Ableton Live, and just do his own shit live. And that's why this, when they came out with Ableton Live, it changed the whole game, because Ableton, you can produce and you could DJ, or you could do a little bit of both simultaneously with Ableton Live, because you can change the construct. I mean, if you want Ableton Live to look like Pro Tools, then you just hit a button and now it looks like Pro Tools or Cubase. And then you hit another button and it looks like a spreadsheet. It's basically like a spreadsheet production tool, which is cool. And where's where I'm talking mess here? Let's play this part. This is where, because in the original song, Puff Daddy is talking mess in the background. In the original song. And I'm trying to do this where it doesn't get flagged and stuff, like the censors doesn't pick it up and it doesn't mess with your monetization. So I wasn't trying to do an exact duplicate, So check it out.
You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what's going on, right? Yeah, we got the numbers up. Got the people. We got a crowd. You know what I'm saying? Every time people game go loud, you know what I'm saying? It's like a crowd, you know what I'm saying? They gather around. People be paying attention, and people peep game. You know what I'm saying? You out there talking shit. Look, man, you better recognize this was he was a sleeper cell. You know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't even understand. Y'all was out there sleeping on people, and now people that came up. You saying? They know the half. They know what's going on. They ain't, you know what I'm saying? They know what's up. Yo, they be out there way disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? They gotta respect. People game doing that work. You know what I mean? About to monetize all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what's going on, right? We got the numbers up. We got the people. We got a crowd. You know what I'm saying? Every time people game go loud, you know what I'm saying? It's like a crowd, you know what I'm saying? They gather around. People paying attention. And people peep game. You know what I'm saying? You out there talking shit. Look, man, you better recognize this motherfucker he was a sleeper cell, you know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't even understand. Y'all ain't like they sleeping on people. Now people that came up, they know the half, they know what's going on. They, you know what I'm saying? They know what's up. Yo, they be out there way disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? They gotta respect people game put in that work. You know what I'm saying? About to be monetized, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what's going on, right? Yeah, we got the numbers up. We got a crowd. You know what I'm saying? Every time people game go loud, you know what I'm saying? It's like a crowd. You know what I'm saying? They gather around. People be paying attention. And people keep game. Yeah.
I make your mouth beats, obese like Cardi B. When I release, lose teeth like Truman Free. Nigga, please, blood fill your dungarees. And that's just the half of my warpath. Laugh now, cry later. I rhyme greater. They the average player hater and spectator.
I make it look easy, but I've been using this version. I've been using Ableton Live since version 4, and this is Ableton Live 10, and I don't even know what version is out. I'm sure there's Ableton Live 11 out by now. And I've been checking the temperature of the urban streets and what people be using out there, and I can't believe people still using Pro Tools. I mean, I was using Pro Tools in the 90s. In the mid to late 90s. Shit, I'll tell you how old I was using. I was using Pro Tools on the Apple G3, and it wasn't even my computer. I was using Cool Edit Pro, SoundForge, and Pro Tools. in the mid to late '90s on the G3. So, but don't get it twisted. Back in the mid '90s, and I know Peeper is a tech person. We also had a Silicon graphic computer too. We had the SGI computer, the CPU and the monitor. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth shit now, but back then the CPU was worth a house and the monitor was worth a car. Okay. All right. So, yeah. Hey, but all seriousness though, do you want it to be longer than 30 seconds, people? Do you want it to be longer than 30? You see how we can flip it? You see how many different ways we can flip it? This is Ableton Live, where you can just get live with it. You know, you got choices. So, um, I like this. Yeah, this is tight. So we're gonna save that. We're gonna save that so I can finish that up tonight and add the visuals. And I gotta figure out how it's gonna start and how it's gonna end. You know, no 30. He said nope. 30 seconds is fine. I got you. It's all good. It's all good. I'm about to do some 15-second specials, but I'm so behind in orders. I got to clean up all those orders I'm behind, and then after that, if anybody want, you'll have a choice of 15, 30, or a minute and a half. The 15-second specials is going to be a new product on the market because I've been watching some shows like photography shows and stuff like that. Um, and it's very the 15-second intros are very trendy, even though I think of intro should be, you know, at least 30 seconds. And I'm gonna be honest, you know, I was just watching part of the interview with Sonnetter and Tommy Sotomayor, and Sonnetter always got them cool black intros, like where some brother is singing, you know, like Gil Scott Heron or somebody. And I haven't heard a Sonnetter intro in a long time. So I was listening. I said, man, this is some black shit right here. Like this is straight up some Negro intro, undeniable, you know. And yeah, it do feel good to hear somebody singing your name, Sonnetter TV. You know what I'm saying? um, but it was just, you know, it goes with his show because he's you know, he's a pro. I guess pro black. Okay, right. But oh no, I'm sorry. I rather use the word conscious. Sonnetter is conscious, and he used to be pro black. I think he's conscious now. I think there's a difference between being conscious and pro black, and also I think there's a difference between being a black identity extremist, pro black, and conscious. And so, but I'm gonna tell you, those Sonnetter intros be pro black. It make you feel good, and it was Sonnetter intros inspired me to do intros for others. You know, like I it didn't cross my mind. Like I was like, you know, more of us and other people need intros as cool as Sonnetter's. And you know, and if I can offer my professional services and my skill set to make them the best that they can be, so be it. Now he did play the intro on Streamlab, and or I think it's Streamlab, and it did sound like an MP3. It did sound really compressed, but that's just me being technical, right? You know, like, you know, because you know, you want a professional show, you want it to sound great, you want everyone in the field, because there's real engineers out there, there's real broadcasters and real engineers out there, and they gonna listen, and they know even with a minimal setup, you can still sound professional and still sound great, even with a great setup. And it's a shame if you got a great setup, but you still sound minimal. You see what I'm saying? So, but I made one, a intermission one with the same beat. I got you, and yeah, with so and so. Oh, I can't stand Tommy. No big deal though. It's all good. Look, freedom of speech in here. Just leave the kids out. You know what I'm saying? Just leave the kids alone and stuff like that. But everybody got their opinion about somebody. Um, my channel don't endorse or we don't. You know, the people are speaking on their own behalf. You know what I'm saying? People are in here speaking on their own behalf. It doesn't represent the show. And you know, I like how Star Troy, you know, Hot Shot 97. His chat room is like a mosh pit, and they disrespect him and say all kind of wild shit. But he ignores his chat. He only pay attention to the super chat and stuff like that. So that's a, you know, everybody deal with things their own way, and I think that's cool too, because you know people like to make up their own rules, like Monopoly. You go over different black folks' house, and they got their own Monopoly rules. They don't threw the paper out the window. You know, 10-1, they are all the same to me. Yeah. So now, Auntie Miracle B, did you say that you need another version of so and so, or what you got is fine, or you were saying that people need something like so and so for the intro? So we can do what's like, we could do that 30-second intro, people, and then we could do what is called a reprise, and that's what's missing from our music now, because we don't use records anymore. We don't use CDs anymore. But a record would only have about 10 songs, 5 on each side. But there was sometimes the minutes don't add up to fill up the whole side. So what they would do is they'll do an interlude, and then they'll have reprises to fill up that blank space on the record, so it can be complete. So yeah, we could do a reprise of that. No, I'm good on the so and so. Okay, I got you. Now, let's see what's going on here. Yeah. So I just went live to if you don't be quiet now, my dog want to be on every show. I think I'm gonna pull up first. Let me make sure I save this, but I think I want to pull up Dice's DMX tribute, because that was a challenge. So yeah, let me move this out the way, and then I gotta go to the work site. I got a couple of clients, those are strangers. Hope it ain't a setup. Let's see. Is it loaded? Oh, still ain't loaded yet. Come on now. Now, what does it say? I'm sipping on Sapporo premium beer before I leave this Jim Jank. Also, I got the whole Baba G abscess thing going on too right now, but I don't think mine is an abscess, and it's actually going away. But yeah, it had me messed up in the game for a minute. But I switched to Advil, stuff like that, and been gargling with peroxide and water, stuff like that. And I've been good. So be careful who you tease and mess with. You know, like you tease people about things they dealing with, and that shit'll come back on you like a hex. Remember, I had a troll account called Baba G Untreated Abscess. I had a troll account called Baba G Untreated Abscess. Ain't shit came on me. But fortunate for me, I don't do nasty things, so I ain't worried about no infection. You know, I don't have nasty practices, you know. So, you know, my mouth is pretty sterile, so I ain't worried about the same things he worried about. The worst thing you could get is like herpes in your gums or some shit, man, or herpes on, on your eyelid. That's it. You know, more power to you. I dodged the bullet. I ain't never, you know, lucky. God forbid, you know, I ain't never caught nothing, man, because I can't imagine. You know, he told a story like, man, we used to pop pills. Man, it was a clinic on every block, and we was popping pills like Skittles. You know, I'm like, nigga, you proud of that story? It's amazing of the stories that people are proud of on the internet. I fucked 45 men. And you blame trolls for the fact you'll never be in a relationship again. You blame trolls that nobody like you, but you online saying that you slept with 45 men. And then you say, well, at least my son only met 3 of them. Yeah, well, your son was barely at your house, so it was no way he was going to meet them anyway. And, you know, you doing this shit in cars and motels and in parks, you know, you in back of pickup trucks and shit. Your son ain't going to see you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So, I was trying to kill time to pull up the DMX tribute thing I did for Dice. That's a lot of humping. You right. That, you know how much that is? I think that's 2.4 men a year. Because look, she said that she been in a relationship, two different relationships for 7 years. So she said she keeps saying that she had 2 long-term relationships that add up to 14 or 15 years. So I'm going to say that she started fucking around 15, 16. And that dude that was a lot older than her, she ran away from home with him, and I think he got killed. And then she had a couple of long-term relationships. So I'm just doing the average, and I'm just doing a theory, you know, based on the average. So I'm gonna say that by the time she was 30, she was single. All right, 29 to 30. So between 29 and 30 to age 47, she was buck wild. And from that period on, she slept with 2.4 men a year, which is not that bad unless she just had a couple of years where she was going buck wild. Now, I know that she been looking the way she looked for about maybe 5 years. So the math was based on 42 divided by 17. But I think we need to divide 42 by 12, because I don't think once her her body went left. I don't think she was sleeping with anybody anymore. Like, I don't think she slept with anybody in the past 5-6 years. So I know some came back for a second and thirds. I know how dudes be if they like it. Yeah, but she said she slept with 45 different dudes. But to be an expert at Kama Sutra and have all this knowledge and stuff, you would wonder why they didn't stay. I mean, if you are a prophet, you use the candles and spiritual baths, and you got incense and all this shit, and you a master at, even though you never read Masters and Johnson's book on sexuality, which is the #1 book for sex. You never read it, but you're an expert on sex because you know Kama Sutra, but you never read the book. You only seen pictures. And what's really ironic is Kama Sutra don't have pictures, and Kama Sutra is pro polygamy, and Kama Sutra is not into oral sex. You see, so the book that she endorses, the carbonation code mimics the lifestyle that Kama Sutra, the book, which is even, you see all the irony here? The book of Kama Sutra is free. It's in public domain. It is free on the internet, and you still haven't read it. And you saw some pictures of 50 million sex positions with the word Kama Sutra in the title, and you assumed that shit was real. Now, Kama Sutra does talk about sex, but it's only 1 chapter out of 7. And they only talk about 36 or so positions. And the level of ignorance in our community needs to change. Now, my body count probably is small because I practiced abstinence almost 20 years, and I've had a mental breakdown. Well, bless your heart, and you know, that is a smart move, because we can, even though it's no accidents, but we can accidentally, you know, take on things that we wasn't expecting, like having another child or some kind of STD or something like that. So bless your heart. You made some good moves. And Bright Street is in the building. And yeah, trust me, Kama Sutra, you don't have to be an expert, man. Kama Sutra is racist. It's borderline pedophilic. It's abusive. It tells you how to take advantage of lonely women. It tells you how to date rape women. So you sound really stupid when you endorse a book you never read just because you like the pictures, because your dirty mind, you like the pictures that you saw online. And then if you ask that person, you know, they'll go, well, let me get on Google and show you. Now here, look, Kama Sutra, it's 1,800 sex positions, or it's 500. Look, who made the website? Who made the pictures? How old is that information? What are they resources? Because when Kama Sutra was developed as a concept and a lifestyle for upper middle class people, it was during ancient times when paper wasn't invented. So all this information was on Sanskrit, and you know Sanskrit, you only could put so much on a block. So there was 150,000 Sanskrit blocks with the Kama Sutra information on it. All right. So 2 different gurus, I guess, or spiritual leaders joined together to condense that down to 150 Sanskrits, and then they wrote a book together, and that's how we got Kama Sutra. And they condensed 150 Sanskrits into 7 chapters. Chapter 2, I think, is about sex. Chapter 7 is about how to use drugs to entice a girl, how to make a girl love you forever. And one drug includes And I call it drugs because this is ancient times, so they just say plants. You like use this plant with that plant and mix it with this, right? But in modern times, that's a drug. Drugs come from plants. So if you want to make a girl love you forever, Kama Sutra says you mix this plant with that plant, and you mix monkey shit with the whole concoction, and then you throw the monkey shit in the plant. Whatever you mixed it, whatever you came up with, you throw that shit onto the female, and she will love you forever. Now, that was back in the Stone Age. Like, you do that shit now, you might get your ass whooped and go to jail. Kama Sutra says it's okay to have someone's daughter sneak out the house to meet you, and then you get her drunk, and then you marry her, and then you bring her back to the house and say, she is my wife now. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to do your research. Kama Sutra says if there's a lady who's single who has a child that you're interested in, and there's a family gathering, and you want her to know that you like children and you will accept her, it's okay to go up to her with the child on her lap and kiss the child on his lips to let her know that you like children. Kama Sutra says if your wife is going on a trip, it's okay to scratch her body up with your fingernails, so she would have scratch marks all on her body. So if she do disrobe in front of another guy or try to be with another guy, he would see the marks and know that she's married. And you know what I'm saying? I could go on and on. What's up, Reef? And this is from memory. I'm not reading off of Google. You know me, shit. I don't know. 7 times out of 10, I do this shit from memory. The shit be so outrageous that how could you forget something like that? So, when you call yourself Pandora's Box and don't know the real story of Pandora, and when you say you against carbonation cult and you hate the leader, but you have Kama Sutra nice, it's oxymoronic because you're on the World Wide Web. So that means most of the world know what Kama Sutra really is about, especially, in India. You might can pull that shit in your little town, your neighborhood or whatever, but you look stupid if you against carbonation but promoting Kama Sutra. There's no difference. In Kama Sutra it says, your wives should be occupied. They should be making earrings and shit and painting and doing little shit to keep themselves occupied. Kama Sutra said if your wife is too old to sleep with, then her job is to keep beef between the younger wives so they won't form a caucus against you. Kama Sutra said if a girl is always in her window or always in her doorway staring out at the sky and shit, that she's easy to add as a wife and pick her up because she's lonely. Kama Sutra says if you can't find any suitable wives around you, it's okay to take your servants' daughters and marry your servants' daughters. You see what I'm saying? Okay, well that's the other way around. That's from some old Black American thing with the period blood. But we talking about Kama Sutra. This is back before scrolls were written. We talking about Sanskrit. I told the bonnet that Kama Sutra came from old Sanskrit being interpreted. Like I said, it comes from Sanskrit. She said Sanskrit. I'm sure there's other authors that wrote about it. I said, no, that's not a person's name. That's a form of literature, Sanskrit. Just like scrolls, the Dead Sea Scrolls. A pamphlet, a leaflet, a book. We have evolved. When the Muslims came around, we finally evolved to a book. And when the Muslims invented a book, that was the same as someone inventing a laptop today. The book was the first laptop. Imagine being able to just put a book in your lap instead of So, rolling out some long ass parchment or having a block of stone on your lap that somebody wrote on with a pickaxe and shit. So I don't know why Ableton Live is taking forever to load up. So I'm gonna close that program. Oh, there go my wallpaper. And we see if we can load Ableton Live back up. But yeah, how you like that intro? That peeper intro is gonna be dope. Gonna be dope. I'm on a tear right now. I'm just trying to stay healthy. I hope I don't have to go to emergency. I'm the type of person that try to use old ass remedies. As soon as this shit happened to me, I called people I know that's lived on this earth a long time and asked for some of those old remedies, some old Texas remedies. So I know those Texans be out there on the plain, on the trails with the horses, and they ain't trying to go see a doctor no time soon, and they got remedies that work. I swear, man, I read out of that book before, man. I'm telling you that it said monkey shit. Also, Kama Sutra says, you know how the bonnet says there are so many types of vaginas and so many types of penises. Well, Kama Sutra says there's only 3 types of penises and 3 types of vaginas, and one of them is they say it's the elephant vagina, and they describe one of them as elephant vagina, and they said, look, if you're Mitch Mack, if you're a smaller guy and you end up with a wife with an elephant vagina, I kid you not, Kama Sutra says it's okay to use prosthetics. And this is before the invention of plastic and polyurethane. So Kama Sutra says you can use a rhino horn on top of your phallic to help please your wife. It says you can put bracelets on your phallic to give you more girth to please your wife. I'm telling you, this is on real shit. Before you endorse some bullshit, I'm just saying, before you endorse some bullshit, make sure you read upon it first. I learned my lesson the hard way. No, I didn't learn my lesson the hard way, because that sounds like, because what I'm about to tell you next, I did not learn my lesson the hard way. I went to a concert to see one of my favorite artists. Well, she's in my top 10. Michelle Ndegeocello. So, I know about Michelle Ndegeocello, but I really don't know about Michelle Ndegeocello. And so far, we 45 minutes in the concert. I'm having a good time. I'm drinking B-52 bombers and shit, right? And then this one song come on that's real funky, like some James Brown type shit. And Michelle is like one of the last top go-go music artists, even though her albums are it's like R&B mixed with dub reggae. That's the best way to describe it. And Michelle Ndegeocello used to play bass for Prince, and she's very talented. She's she has a daughter. Sometimes she's Muslim, sometimes she's straight, sometimes she's not. So anyway, I'm getting down to the music, and she's playing the song, and then she said, it said faggot. I said, oh shit. I'm dancing to the wrong song. As soon as I heard that shit, I went and sat down on the bench. Like I went to the wall and sat down till that song was over. You know, because I didn't know her whole repertoire. Because a lot of her songs are love songs and little shit, little freaky songs. And when she's singing. Sometimes she sing like she's a dude talking to a chick, and sometimes she's like a chick. You know what I'm saying? So yes, Michelle Dago is very controversial and complicated. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but I love her music. But you know, a lot of people work with her. If Redman and them and Chuck D and Layla Hathaway thinks Michelle is okay with it, Michelle is okay with me. It was a lot of people that collaborated on the Cookie album, the Cookie mixtape album, and I don't have no issues with Michelle. But anyway, you got to know what you know, if you endorse something, you got to know what you're dealing with, or you're going to get embarrassed. And I didn't want to send the wrong message. So that one song in her whole repertoire was for another group of people. And I went, and as soon as I realized it, I went and sat my ass down. So the point is, don't be endorsing Kama Sutra if you don't know what it is. You can't look at pictures on Google and think you know what the fuck Kama Sutra is. Now, if anybody got a problem with what I just said, your ass was dancing to YMCA. Okay, nobody in my chat room said they never danced to YMCA by the Village People, and so you just as fucked up as I am, except I recognized what was going on and went and sat my ass down. But I bet you danced to YMCA. I bet you danced to YMCA from beginning to end. Did nobody in here sat down when YMCA used to? I bet you played musical chairs to the Village People YMCA. And that song is not straight. Point blank, period. That's what I'm saying. Michelle is dope. And you got to see her in a live concert. The last time I seen her live concert, she was with Lettucey. You see? And Lettucey was opening up for her for 2 days in a row. You know? Young man. Dun, 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 YMCA is about dudes hooking up at the YMCA. If you a sailor or something and you don't want to pay for a hotel, you in a town that hotels cost a lot of money, and you just need a night or two to stay while you in town because it's Fleet Week or something, you go stay at the YMCA, sleep on the cot. But who knew it was a whole underground culture of dudes that met up at the YMCA overnight? That's what that song is about. That's what that song is about. I got mad. I went to my son's daycare one time, and they were all dancing the YMCA. Why? I told them, I said, don't let my son. I prefer my son not to dance to that song. Next time y'all play a song, please, just don't include him. You know. Nah, dude. I mean, you do hear YMCA a lot, but you don't know that's the catchword. But you don't know the lyrics. You know, who knows the lyrics? We just like the beat. You know, when we listen to White Horse and all that stuff, we don't know what it is. Mary Jane. Some of us do, some of us don't. So, and then Brown Sugar, everybody thought he was singing about a pretty black girl. Brown Sugar was not about a lady and how pretty she was and how sweet she was. It was about a different lady. You know, that brown lady that you inject into your arms. You know. Oh, well, I think the song It's Raining Men is for the men personally. Well, the people in that culture, I'm not going to say lifestyle because I think that's in 2021. I think it's kind of rude because it's trying to say that you trying to act like you tolerant or indifferent, but then you use the word lifestyle like they have a choice and maybe they don't. And so I'm gonna say culture for them. I'm gonna say people of that culture adopt different songs that had nothing to do with them. And Raining Men, I think it really was about a lady singing about how much she loved, men, like the Weather Girls or whatever. And even Diana Ross, she had a song like that. But different cultures will embrace different songs, just like in the hood. Bitch better have my money. Black women love that song more than men. All right. I'm a hoe. Everybody loved that song. I'm a hoe. Like it was their, like finally a song for us. I'm just saying. So yeah, Raining Men and that other song, I Want My Soul, Donna Ross. So check this out. Let's go over the lyrics. Let's go over the lyrics of the Village People, okay, for YMCA, and then I'm going to end it there. And I hope I didn't bore your socks off. I hope today was a little interesting. I went live during the time that I usually don't go live. So let me people in my chat room that usually don't be in my chat room, even though we tight, you know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for a second screen. Let me tell you something. I hate StreamYards. I don't use it. Hold on one second. Okay, now there was that song "Doing the Butt." Y'all was on the dance floor. Y'all was on the dance floor for that song. You did not get off the dance floor. You know, we want some D, we want some P, head, booty, and C. Those songs, you did not leave the dance floor. So it says, young man, there's no need to feel down. I said, young man, pick yourself off the ground. Now, why would you start a song off singing to young men in the first place? I'm used to songs like, you are my lady, you're everything I need and more. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to songs starting out, you may be young but you're ready. But this song starts out, young man, there's no need to feel down. And then it says, I said, young man, because you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy. See, y'all don't pay attention. At least your theme song. Yeah, look. He's talking, the lead singer is talking to a dude. Now I know the lead singer, he makes $30,000 every 6 months or so from this song. All right, at least a year. I think he makes $30,000 every 6 months. This song is still popular. He says, young man, this is the next verse. Young man, there's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough. This is like a YMCA commercial. You can stay there and I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. Now, no lady has been mentioned yet. Who is he going to have a good time with? It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for you men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. I rest my case. Shall I go on? I'm going to go on. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel. Young man, are you listening to me? I said, young man, what do you want to be? I said, young man, you can make real your dreams, but you got to know this one. You see? Well, yeah, there was a lot of songs with the word gay in it, and it meant happy. There's a lot of songs where the word gay was in their lyrics, and back in the day, it did mean happy, but the people who sung songs with the word gay in the song and used in that reference were suspect, and they used to really emphasize on that word. And they used to say that word, so they used to sing when they got to that word in the lyrics, they would accent on it. So I always thought, even though it meant happy, but for the singer singing it, depending on who sing it, it was a double entendre. Just like What's New Pussycat, the Pussycat song by Tom Jones. So Prince, had the Head song. Prince got away with murder. He's the only one that used the word bitch and head in lyrics, and it's still played on the radio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so let me see if I can let me see if I can pull up one more thing. I mean, one of the obvious things is was the Mary J song. I'm in love with Mary J. Uh, she's my main thing. Mary makes me feel alright. She makes my heart sing. So yeah, so we know that was about weed. And so that was kind of obvious, but there were other songs like Bonita Applebum and all that stuff. And you got to be careful, man, because people will put their lifestyle and their culture and their religion into their music, and you be deep off in it and don't realize you off into a you being sucked into a whole vibe. Shut up. Quiet, please. Quiet. Quiet. Quiet, quiet, quiet. Shit. 1 second, y'all. Okay. Okay. Now, Let's listen to the song that made me sit down. I was enjoying a wonderful concert by Michelle Degocello. I mean, her first 3 albums is off the hook, and then the Cookie mixtape album with the pink monkey on the CD is off the hook. And let me see what you're saying. Some artists are real slick, and it's wordplay like the Flintstones. We all have a gay of a time. And that's crazy. Lady told the world she screwed 45 dudes. Yeah, like how is that gonna get you somebody else, another man? You know, the lady who they call the hugging saint, her mother told her you'll never be married because you hug too many men. So imagine fucking too many men. Yeah, the hugging saint from India, she doesn't care because she gets $495 per hug. So all these women that have to, you know, sleep in cheap hotels and sleep with men in the back car seat and stuff. There's a lady from India that's kind of pudgy, and she gets $495 just for a hug, and she whispers, "God loves you," in your ear. So here's the lyrics to this song. Now, so like I said, you know how the Bonnet is not familiar with the real Kama Sutra. I wasn't familiar with Michelle Ndego's whole repertoire, but I did know this song existed, but I think I would skip that song on the album. So I've been drinking. I'm at the concert. I'm by myself, and this song comes on, and I quickly sat my ass down in the corner so I wouldn't give the wrong message. So the song starts out, faggot, better run, learn to run, 'cause daddy's home. His sweet little boy, just a little too sweet. Every night the man show the faggot what a real man should be. The man and the faggot will never see. For so many can't even perceive a real man. Tell me, not that the faggot didn't find a woman fine and beautiful. He desired their desires. He wanted to love from strong hands. The faggot wanted the love of a man. Now, Michelle, I don't know. You know, every other year she's straight, so I don't know if she's in the culture or lifestyle or whatever. But these are her lyrics. She's known in the LGBTQ community, and so these are her lyrics. This is not me. I'm not trying to be offensive to anyone gay or anything like that. Being in the music business and the other industries that I'm in, you run around people of different lifestyles and cultures all the time. So there's no way that you could be homophobic and stuff like that, because these people are around you a lot, and so you have to get used to it. Here's the rest of the lyrics. He wanted love from strong hands. The faggot wanted the love of a man. His mother would pray, save him, save him, save him from this life. Go to church, boy. Faggot, you're just a prisoner of your own perverted world. No picket fence, acting like a bitch. That's all he sees. Ain't that what faggots mean? No love dreams. Only the favors sweet Michael performed for money to eat, 'cause the man kicked the faggot out the house at age 16. Amen. Amen, mother, let it be. Before long, he was crowned queen for all the world to see. Bloody face down. And the wages of sin are surely death. That's what mama used to say. So there was no sympathy. Let he without sin walk amongst the hated and feared, and know the true trials and tribulations. See, my dear, we all dying from something, searching and searching. Soon mama found out that God would turn his back on her too. Save me from this life. I pray to my Lord above, save me. They say you're the way and the light. So this was written by Michelle Degocello, She's on Warner Chappelle Music, but she used to be on Madonna's label forever. She was on the Maverick label. She's a very controversial soul singer, very talented bass player, and for the most part, I would say, even if you're not into this song, the lyrics were pretty hardcore. Like, this is like some Gil Scott Heron type shit. This is some hardcore shit. I could never write some shit like this. But I would say that 99% of her music is on point, and she's a very talented lady. You know what I'm saying? The name of the album, I think, is it says Leviticus Faggot, so I don't know. But I guess Leviticus is a chapter in the good book. Hey Lord, did I miss anything? Nah, you didn't miss much. Please catch the playback. I don't know if this is Kaja, the one that said that my intros are tired. But what we're gonna do for Kaja is we're gonna play one of my tired intros right quick. All right. Yeah, that too much for the software to handle, I guess. OBS Studio is being overloaded. My bad. But if that's the real Kaja, you are always welcome here because we don't block naysayers. Everybody opinion. That's the difference between us and other people. That everybody's opinion is valid and everybody's opinion is welcome. And it would be a boring show if everybody agreed 100% on everything. I don't believe in preaching to the choir. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in preaching to the choir. Your friend, Latanya, has never been blocked here. Now, she was timed out one time just so she can see what it feel like, because people who block and time people out, I don't think they know what it feels. You got two types. You got one type that's been blocked and timed out, so now they do it to others, just like an abused person. Somebody been abused and they abuse others. Then you got the other type that never watch anybody else's show and shit. And so when they come into your room and they get timed out, they think that they're being blocked, and then they miss the message. You're trying to show them how it feel, but they so slow that they don't even get that message. They think that they're blacked out, and their ego is so big. They go, "Oh, I ain't going back there," and then they tell people they're blocked. But for the record, since this channel has started, no one has been blocked, including Latanya Jones. Nobody's been blocked, and everybody's welcome. And I'm not going to see somebody, oh, you be in Clyde chat, I'm not letting you over here. You've been in so-and-so, you've been in suicide chat talking shit. You can't come over here. No, it ain't like that. It's not like that. Matter of fact, please like and subscribe. I just need a couple of more 100 subscribers, and then I get real conservative. After I get 2 more 100 subscribers, this is gonna be like the black BBC. This is gonna be just like the black BBC. Now, my chick bad, my chick hood, my chick do stuff. Your chick wish she could. My chick bad, my chick better than yours. I am telling you, um, these songs be having like double meanings, and for one group of people, they know what it means, and for other people, they think it means something else. You see, just like the white girl song, the white girls, the E40 white girl song. Man, when I be in the clubs, I would see white girls go crazy on the dance floor, and I said, "Damn, they really think the song is about them." uh, you know, it's white girl song is just like White Horse or White Lines, and you know, you just got to be careful. A lot of songs endorse drug and drug use. All of Parliament songs endorsed it. It was using Christianity to entice you. It was promoting drugs, and then the last album by Parliament with the Cernos, it was demonic. The Jesus figure lost in the story, and the devil figure won. So every Parliament album, Star Child won this scenario, but on the Cernos album, Cernos won, and Cernos was a pimp and a demonic figure. And in a live concert, did the woman want to dance and touch Star Child? No. In the concerts, all the women wanted to touch and be with Sir Nose, and Sir Nose could pick women out the audience and bring about 8 or 10 women backstage just because they liked the demonic figure. He was the original Nature Boy in the Parliament group. You see what I'm saying? So, did I capture that Biggie Small lyrics well? You know, I substituted a couple of words. Tweet song, oops, isn't about what people think. Yeah, and dude, who would make a song about being on their period? And people still dance on the dance floor. Those are the two strangest songs to me. The YMCA song and the other song about, I think it was Monica, had a song about being on her period. How could you dance to that and look at your dance partner and be like, yeah, good thing you on your, are you on your period? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is that? MF Doom got a song called Favorite Ladies, and it's about drugs. You see what I'm saying? And I was in the magazine that Tweet was in. It was a foreign magazine, but Tweet was on the cover. Look, White Line says, fine, baby, fine. Rich, baby. Interesting. Freeze. Rock. Ah. Rah. Bass. Oh, white lines. No, oh, white. And then it says, vision dreams of passion blowing through my mind. And all the while I think of you. High fry. Now look, I never knew it said high fry. I swear to God. 30 years, I didn't know it said high fry. A very strange reaction for us to unwind. The more I see, the more I do. Something like a phenomenon, baby. Telling your body to come along. But white lines blow away. Blow. Rock. Now look, I got too much enthusiasm for this. I didn't have this kind of enthusiasm for the other lyrics, so don't let that make you think anything. It ain't like that. But Ticket to Ride, White Line Highway. Tell all you girls, tell all your friends they can come my way. Pay your toll, sell your soul. Pound for pound costs more than gold. The longer you stay, the more you pay. My white lines go a long way. Either up your nose or through your veins. Nothing to gain but killing your brain. Freeze. Rock. Blow. Higher, baby. Get higher, baby. Get higher, baby. Don't ever come down. Free bass. What'd you say? It's all about loving yourself, not touching yourself. Uh Achille put in my mouth isn't about oral sex. Well, you know what? I don't want to dox myself, shit. But we have a song called I can't tell you, but it sounds like a girl is offering oral sex to a dude, but she's actually saying she want to blow his brains out for revenge for breaking her heart. So we have a song. The dude I do music with is from Minneapolis, so his style of writing is like Prince. You see what I'm saying? And I'm from Detroit, so my style is like Ready for the World, Jay Dilla, Cybertron, shit like that. And so so anyway, we got some Rachel Dolezal realness going on. Vicky, I will listen to it again. I always let C touch herself on that song. Don't tell her though. Well, look, let me finish the White Lines lyrics. Rang dang diggity dang dang. Somebody actually wrote that. Rang dang diggity dang dang. Rang dang diggity dang dang. Pipeline, pure as a driven snow, connected to my mind, and all the while I'm having fun, baby. High fry. What the fuck is high fry? It's getting kind of low, cause it make you feel so nice. I need some one-on-one, baby. Now, I know in the culture that when you do a line with someone, it's called a one-on-one. Okay, I've heard of that. Um, don't let it blow your mind away, baby, and go into your little hideaway, cause white lines blow away, blow, rock, freeze, rock. Don't ever come down. Free bass. I'm skipping over some of this shit. Don't you get too hot, baby. Turns you on. You really turn me on and on. When you gonna come down? My temperature is rising. When the thrill is gone, no, I don't want you to go. A street kid gets arrested. A street kid gets arrested. Gonna do some time. He got 3 years from now just to commit more crimes. A businessman is caught with 24 kilos. He's out on bail and out of jail, and that's the way it goes. Raw. Cane. Sugar. Athletes rejected. Governors corrected. Gangsters, thugs, and smugglers are thoroughly respected. The money gets divided. The women get excited. Now I'm broke, and it's no joke. It's hard as hell to fight it. Don't buy it. Freeze. Ha ha, rock. Y'all know the song. And visions, dreams of passion going through my mind. You know the chorus, right? Bright, get jamming to it. What's up? Let's see. Little Jack Horner is sitting on the corner with no shoes and clothes. This ain't funny, but he took his money and sniffed up all his nose. Hey man, you want to cop some blow? Sure, what you got? Dust, flakes, or rocks? I got China White, Mother of Pearl, and Ivory Flakes. What you need? Well, yeah, let me check it out, man. Just let me get a freeze. Go ahead, man. Stuff I got should kill you. Yeah, man, that's that raw shit. Whoa. Okay. They get lazy towards the end of the song. You ever notice that? That they do some incredible writing in the first two verses, and when it gets to the end of the song, either they done got too high or too tired to really write on the same level as they did at the beginning of the song. But yeah, that was Grandmaster Flies. Now, Grandmaster Flies are some incredible writers. Survival is shit. And it's like a jungle sometimes. They make me wonder how I keep from going under. I've live on Soul Train. I mean, Grandmaster Flash. Just survival alone, and it's like a jungle. You know, Grandmaster Flash is the Marvin Gaye of rap. They the OJs or the whatever of rap. You know what I'm saying? Marvin, Grandmaster Flash. But they did. All right, C. Wilson. If you leave it, I'm not sure. But Grandmaster Flash did dress very eccentric, okay? They were very flamboyant, as well as De La Soul. So the next show is we're going to talk about the flamboyancy of fashion of Grandmaster Flash, De La Soul carry purses. Nobody noticed because they was too caught up in the hip hop thing and they were too caught up in the lyrics. But De La Soul did carry purses. They carried Louis Vuittons and shit. And the Jungle Brothers did dress and drag before. And we're going to look at Kwame and the hairstyles that they had that Carbonation just now doing, but not as good. We're going to look at a few people in the culture soon. Don't hold me to that, but that's an idea that I have. But oh my god, I gotta be at work in 8 minutes. There's no way I'm gonna be there. So let me holler at you. I got to go. Wow, really? Most songs about mangoes? Really? Okay. Well, let's hope that this outro plays better than the last intro I played. All right. Peace out.